Flexx Luther, Morgan Sneaker Room. So much soul, about to bust out the room. All different flavors, way more than 32. From these shoes, you can't mess with these dudes. Nike Reeboks, about soccer knees. Golden Goose is on dude.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Soul Brothers, hosted by yours truly, Flexx Luther. And today, guys, we are blessed with a guest, AC from ByBetterEveryday. What's up? What's new? And how you feeling, my guy?
Flexx, what's going on, man? Feeling good. Thank you for having me on. It's been a long time.
If you're in the Discord, I did let everyone know. I let the Discord know first, but I did post it on our Instagram and my Instagram that we will be moving to monthly releases. Due to life just been life, and Morgan, he's got a promotion. It's for good reasons. And then he said something I didn't like, so I was like, yeah, we gotta get him off here. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
That might be every episode.
No, what's up, man? How's the business? How's life?
Oh man, thank you for asking. The business is great, man. I think we've really been able to grow this year internally. Really see a lot of the spots where we need to grow the most and focus in on those, and strengthen our weaknesses as well. And in life, life is, like you said, life is lifing, and I'm just rolling with the punches, man. Some of them are haymakers, some of them I get to dodge, but for the most part, man, I'm hanging in there just like everybody else.
I feel that, man. What'd you have on foot today?
What I have on foot today, it's the fall. I always break these out in the fall. This is probably one of my favorite pairs of shoes. Take these out the case. These are the Visvone FBTs. If you're not familiar with Visvone, it is a Japanese brand. And they've been around since, I believe, 2001. And back in, I want to say, like, Watch the Film days, even before then. John Mayer and Kanye West and his whole crew, Jerry Lorenzo, all of them, they were wearing these like religiously, like every day. Anytime you would see a TMZ or Getty Image photos, they were wearing these. And man, they're tried and true. There's a saying that old Visvone lasts forever, and that's because they make all their products with quality. And so these, man, I break them out every fall. Sometimes I wear them throughout the year, but it's a great shoe, and it's definitely a grail. I think the last time we recorded, and you asked my showcase sneaker, Morgan was like, "Yeah, bring out the Visvones," because he knew I had them, but I brought out a different pair of shoes. So, but I've definitely been wearing these a lot. This isn't just to please Morgan's last request, but yeah, this is a grail, and I finally was able to cop it a couple years ago, and they just stay in rotation throughout the year.
I can honestly say that's my first time seeing that pair. I think I've seen a leather pair before. I think.
Oh yeah, they do have leather pairs.
Yeah, that same style. Those are pretty expensive, my guy. If these are the ones I'm thinking.
Yeah, they're pretty up there.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I have seen a pair before. Yeah, I have seen a pair. Yeah.
I didn't pay that price,
Okay.
In true sneakerhead fashion, I was willing and dealing.
You have to share it.
We can cut that out.
What I went with today was the reimagined white cement threes.
Classic.
As you can see, definitely been getting a couple wears in on these. Easily my most worn silhouette out of my collection is definitely my Air Jordan 3s. You work those in and they fit just right. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of wears on these. I just got the black cements. Well, I didn't just get them, but I got the black cements when they released again because my other pair was worn down. I ain't gonna say they were busted, but they were definitely worn down. You could definitely see they had been worn and start to spread. But yeah, glad to have another pair of black cements in my collections and alongside the white cements.
Yeah, I think the reimagined 3s might be my favorite version of the white cement 3s, other than the 88 pair that came out a while ago.
The 88.
I know, just like the agent they put on it just made it easier to wear, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. But this would actually be my first pair of white cements in my collection. It was the Reimagines. Yeah, so that's why I had to get this pair because I hadn't had any white cements previous to that. Kind of always had something, similar. The denims, all the close to white cement threes that we've gotten over the years before we got those. Um, but what I hadn't got the white cement. So definitely when I seen those releasing again, I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and get those. So
Yeah, I've been
yeah.
through about 3 or 4 pairs of white and black cements. I'm due for a black cement 3 though.
All right, well, you might as well get the 2024 pair. I'm not the biggest fan of the look on the leather. It does look a little, you know. I'm not too picky about leather and previous silhouettes. I mean, previous releases and stuff. But something about that black cement, the black cement pair from 2024, they look a little cheaper than usual.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna have to do some QA and some quality
Yeah,
assurance once.
the leather's definitely not tumbled. It's like a tight leather, if that makes sense. At
Nah, that
least that's
makes
how it
sense.
looks. But yeah, I want to go over a couple topics that I want to go over, and then I got some questions for you that I've been just watching your content. I noticed a few things, and I want to touch bases on those. Um, but I was thinking as I was looking at the black cats that are releasing Black Friday. Um, this time around, no one's really wanting them, which is crazy because they shot up the ones that released before, and now all of a sudden they don't
Hmm.
want this pair. And a lot of people I'm seeing in the comments is they're disliking the whole Nike Air on the back. And when I started collecting, the Nike Air was like Nike Air on the back.
Yeah.
I got the black cements, Nike Air. I got the True Blues, Nike Air. And now it's Jumpman. Like, oh man, you got the Jumpman from this era. I'm like, that's crazy. So I want to touch base. So I want to ask you a question. Like, what has changed within the sneaker community since when you first started collecting?
Man, so much. But I would say the biggest things are the the new community of sneaker collectors don't appreciate or they don't like the OG colorways. Like
Yeah,
when I
they
was
don't
coming
matter.
up, it was like OG colorways where like you couldn't say nothing bad about them, and like we
Yeah.
lived and died for the OG colorways. And now the new the new wave of sneaker collectors, this new generation, they prefer just new colorways and new iterations of the sneakers that we grew up loving. So I would say that's number one. I'd say it kind of ties into that is because I think that is because they didn't grow up watching Michael Jordan, and so for them, there's this quote that says, "Creatives are the new athletes." The people they look up to are creatives. They're streamers. They're music artists. They're actors. Just totally different people. Big people like Kai Cenat, people like Travis Scott, obviously, and not to say that athletes aren't important people, but I don't think they hold the influence as
Mhm.
Allen Iverson and Michael Jordan once had in the '90s and the 2000s. And I would say even rappers might be losing a little bit of the influence on this new generation as well. It's just you know a deeper dive into creativity.
Yeah, we had spoke earlier on the pod about how sneakers and hip hop are losing that relationship, that correlation. Um, it used to you just kind of the sneaker watch was more artists, music artists that were wearing sneakers. Now it's kind of like you said, the streamers, Mr. Beast. They're looking at their feed, or like if they put on a pair, it's kind of like, oh, Mr. Beast had on the Travis Scott Fragment Lows or whatever, rather than somebody like Wale having on a regular pair of black cement threes, Andre 3000 with a black cement pair of threes. Now it's not like that. It was Mr. Beast, it's Casanat, it's Drewski.
Yeah,
It's definitely not what it used to be. And as far as the OG colorways, I feel like the OG colorways are the gammas. Not, that's just an example, but like I feel
yeah,
like that's what their OG colorways is. Like it. Oh, I remember the Gammas first came out. That's OG to them. they're not thinking playoff taxis. You know, they're not thinking those colorways because we see those colorways and they're sitting now. And you know, you can still get the taxis right now, which is insane to
Insane.
me.
Insane.
It's
Yeah. Same. I recently picked up shattered backboards and no
under
issue at all.
retail.
Under retail. And
Yeah.
there was like a discount on top of that too, which was wild. And so when I went in, there was the taxis as well, full size run. You could have bought double, you know, because they've been sitting so long. At this point, you know, they might be paying you to take a pair. And so,
Yeah.
yeah. And, you know, I think part of that is like, I think the community is also tired of rappers like dissing their own fans when it comes, or like flexing on their own fans when it comes to it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I like rappers like, oh, like you ain't fresh unless you wear a new pair every day type stuff. And it's like, bro, no one lives like that.
Yeah.
No one lives like
no.
that. And it's not even sustainable for you to live like that. And so,
yeah.
and then also there's the thing, there's a lot of comments when you see a celebrity, you know, you find out that a new celebrity is into sneakers, or they reveal that they're into sneakers, or, you know, you'll see comments on there and they'll be like, oh man, he ain't a real sneakerhead, he's just rich. Right. And so there's a lot of people coming to this space who aren't, I guess, not vetted, or like, let's face it, like we know that someone like Wale and Fat Joe have been into sneakers for decades, and you can hear it in how they talk about the sneakers, the details they mention, you know, the stories they tell about getting them, and it's not just like these are people that still like search, you know. I mean, maybe not lately. They probably got Nike deals now. I mean, Fat Joe's had a Nike deal, but before he used to, you know, you can hear it in their voice and in their stories that like, wow, these are real sneakerheads. And so I think, you know, sneaker shopping might tie into that too, because when celebrities have like a new project they need to market, you know, and they're trying to promote, all of a sudden, you know, they're on sneaker shopping because it's a great outlet. You know, they have a lot of eyeballs on that particular show. You know, shouts out to Complex and, you know, what they're doing and, you know, what they built that up from. A lot of people who are just not really into it like you and I are into it, or, you know, a lot of people within the community are into it, like someone like Wale.
Yeah, I think now, currently, the audience that social media is really catering to, they're looking for a connection. You know, so like the rappers and the flexing part of sneakers doesn't really appeal to them because they can't connect. It's like, I don't know what those are. I don't have that pair. I haven't been here for 10 years. So it's like, I don't care about that. Now, if you see someone that looks like just this regular person, or this person that seems out of the norm for sneakers, you'll see that video go viral, you know? Like you said, like if you get a celebrity that you just thought like, man, there's no way they're in sneakers, and then out of nowhere they're like, hey, look at my Chicago Air Jordan 1s, my favorite pair, and that video shoots up because it's like, what, you're in sneakers? I can't believe you're in sneakers. This is so crazy. And then, you know, if you have somebody like Wale, Fat Joe, or Mayor, like, hey, look at my Air Jordan 1 Chicago's. It's kind of like, yeah, we figured you have those, you know?
Yeah.
So it's I still haven't figured out the recipe for it. I still go by what I've been going by for the past few years, is post and go. Like, if you put too much thought into it, you put too much, you know, planning into it, it just doesn't pan out well. It's more of like when people can connect and it feels genuine. It's kind of like, okay, I'd rather watch this guy than the other guy that has the script. But
yeah, 100%. Which is why I feel like Morgan's 365 Days series of sneakers did so well and does so well, because he actually tells a story, and then you can hear within his story that like, oh wow, he actually was on the hunt for these, or he talks about how he was driving DoorDash or something just to to buy sneakers. And so, you know, people were like, okay, this guy, he's been in this for a cool minute, you know. And I think post and go is, you know, is part of that recipe, at least the foundation of it.
Yeah. I mean, we talk about like Morgan being a voice within sneakers, who do you think right now is one of the loudest voices in sneakers that's not a celebrity?
Not a celebrity. I would say, I mean, if this counts as non-celebrity because they're pretty well known, I would say Bima Williams. You count him as a celebrity because he gets stopped when he goes, when he's like at complex and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. I mean, I
He's
feel
getting
like
up there.
yeah, I feel like if you don't consider him a celebrity at this point, it's kind of like it's a knock to his game. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like
Yeah,
he's put in enough work, he's done enough, he's been seen enough to be like, all right, he's might not be an A-list, but he's definitely a celebrity in some type of way.
yeah, definitely. Okay, then. Well, yeah. Shout out to Bima, man. We love
Yeah,
Bima.
shout out
You
to
know,
him.
I think it's a very strong and impactful voice in the community. Okay, I would go a tier under that. I would say Dre the Shoe God, and that might be a hot take, but that's because regardless of who's sending him packages or flying him out or
Hmm.
what kind of
Yeah,
people are commenting under his content,
yeah.
he still is going to give his point of view on whatever that
Hmm.
sneaker is and whatever the current situation in the sneaker community is at the time. And
Yeah.
I just seen him getting flown out to StockX. I seen him just comment on just different things, like, obviously he loves Nikes, but like, he'll speak on, like, Nike causing the fatigue of retros, saying that they
Hmm.
did it to themselves. He'll have strong takes like that. But the next video, he'll be praising, just like another Nike shoe,
Yeah, yeah.
and or he'll be, wearing a pair of AE2s, and that's why I love his content, because it's completely unbiased. It's just strictly his opinion on things, and he's just like, you can tell he's been in the game for a minute, and he has
Yeah.
a real genuine perspective on the space that we're in, because there's a lot of creators out there that will have an opinion on something, or will voice an opinion on something because they just got a PR package from blank insert brand's name, and so so they like that shoe a little more than they really do. And so, I
Yeah.
mean, we've seen that time and time again, and that's what I appreciate from Dre's content. What about you?
Honestly, I haven't really gave it a lot of thought, but like I think Dre's a good one. I think Dre has him and Professor Schooler.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I mean, what I look for when I speak of like impact and loud is just the engagement and how consistent, like even when you switch topics or like switch what you use, like you said, Dre goes from Nike, or he might talk about Saucony or talk about a Reebok. It's still the same amount of like engagement over on
Mm-hmm.
ton of weight. Like people genuinely want to hear his opinion on anything. So it's like they're there for whatever he's talking about. I'm here. I'm trying to listen to it. Um, my man, Slick Mac, he's getting up there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's got everybody saying, you wasn't there. He got
Wasn't
everybody
there,
saying that.
which is
Yeah,
a great phrase. Love that
yeah,
coin. He coined that term.
yeah. So he's got people saying that, and they're getting a shout out on Complex Sneaker Podcast. I mean, other podcasts too. So yeah, I feel like those are some good answers. If you could work with any creator in the community right now, who would it be?
Ooh, you know what? And I got a couple, but I'll list a couple. Um, Definitely 80 sneaks. It's
AD,
you
yeah.
can't scroll too far on social media without seeing something from 80 sneaks, because
And
people are
yeah.
like reposting his images, or it's him posting his images, because he's
Mhm.
going viral every day, and that's just considering myself creative, I just respect what he does in his craft. And you know, I've never met him. I know he's been a guest on the pod, and so
shout out AD.
I do respect his craft, and I think he's one of the better photographers out there when it comes to sneakers or just product photography.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely 80 sneaks, and then this one's like a combo. It would be the women from the Sneaky League pod, and I probably could have put them in one of the important voices or most impactful voices in the sneaker community, because they're speaking from the perspective of women. They're making women's voices louder, and similar to Dre, they're gonna speak on a shoe, and give their real opinion on that shoe, regardless of who's sending them PR packages, who's flying them out, or whatever. And I think what informs that, or what the evidence of that is just looking at their top 10 sneaker of the year list. It was different in what Complexes was, or it wasn't all hype, and so I respect what they're doing. I think their page is growing. I think it should be bigger than what it is, to be honest. So I would love to work with them. And I think they just make great content individually, and having them three together is a great recipe, which is why the podcast
powerhouse.
Yeah,
powerhouse. Absolutely. Speaking of AD, man, like you said, you can't scroll without seeing something that he's created. And then I'm starting to see, because I know his language when it comes to taking pictures. So now I'm starting to see the pictures that he's taking for brand, and they're posting them. Like, he's not posting them, but the brands is posting it. And I'm like, that's definitely AD. That's definitely his work. So you're seeing it there. And Sneaky Link, I mean, powerhouse. They're in LA too, right? Y'all both in LA, right?
Yeah. And we haven't bumped into each other or met yet. So I know we do have a couple mutuals. A couple people invited me out to one of their events, or a couple of their events.
Go, man.
Definitely. Just conflicting schedules, but yeah. When I meet them, I definitely got to give them their flowers and just the praise that's due. And like I said, I think they should be a lot bigger than where they are, and I think it's only a matter of time. Same with AD. Dre. I think I just want to give them their flowers while I'm on this platform, and I don't think they get their flowers enough. So there's one thing about me: I'm gonna give people their flowers.
Yeah, give them the flowers while they can still smell them.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, it's strange to say, like, you feel like AD, Dre, and Sneaky Link should be bigger than they are, because they're already like big as far as impact and the connections they made and the people they've met, the deals they did. But you're right, like, they do deserve that. They put in that work, so they deserve whatever's coming their way. They definitely deserve that. I know
I was just gonna say, if you look at Dre's stories, how many people just tag him? Like, look what I found at Ross, Dre. I was like, man, this is one of the best series. Like, that could be its own series. Like, you're like, all right, what my followers found at Ross, because he's giving out the codes, he's giving them free game. He don't have to do that, but that just shows his selflessness. And then as far as Sneaky League, man, the guests they have on their show is just crazy. Just like, it's pinned at the top. They have Paul Rodriguez, J Tibb, Nigel Sylvester. If I was in this space, and they always post like, yo, can you tell someone so to answer their DMs or comment or whatever? I'm like, man, who is ducking their DMs? Because if I was in the sneaker space, I'd be like, yo, when can I come on the couch?
I mean, and then that's the thing about it. It's becoming a thing. Like, come sit on the couch. I'm pretty sure they're gonna fall into that if they haven't already, because I see a lot of people like, it's my turn to get on the couch. It's my turn to sit on the couch. Schooler doing his own thing. Has he dropped? I know he showed. He teased a picture with him and JLP from Complex. I'm not sure if he. Yeah, I'm not sure if he did a sneaker shopping episode or they just did a pod. I don't know, but they definitely did something.
Yeah, it could be a number of things because he's hosting a podcast for JD Sports now too. So, and I think JLP
I
and Screw are kind of, they have similar interests when it comes to shoes as well.
I didn't know he was doing that. So it's just full. That's like not even say a full time thing, but it's I thought it was just for like that moment. I didn't know he was doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen a
know.
couple episodes already with a couple different guests. I know Fab
Really?
and Jim Jones is on there. They've had a couple different guests. Yeah, I was
On
like,
the
damn,
JD Sports?
shout out to JD Sports, get in their bag. I was like, they're really trying to take that top sneaker retail space. I was like, because that pod is crazy.
I mean, JD definitely has been putting in some work. Like, I mean,
Absolutely.
the events they've been dropping. I mean, the people they've been reaching out to. They're definitely, like you said, they're definitely trying to be that number one retailer when it comes to like sneakers and being involved and really digging and getting into the community. Because again, you're seeing those connections, you're seeing those events, those activations, the people that they're inviting, the people they're seating. So yeah,
It's setting them apart. Yeah, I went to one of their events they had out here, and it was definitely well executed. So, JD Sports, if you are listening, we love you. We got nothing but love for you.
Shout out Trey, man. Shout out Black Trey.
Yeah, shout out Black Trey, man.
What event did you go to?
It was a soccer event actually, and I think they might have been promoting the Nike Total 90 release, which is an indoor soccer shoe. And yeah, it was a great event. It was the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
It was like LA kind of has a version of that without the screens on the outside, but it's like a dome where you could go and watch sporting events, and it was at the rooftop there. It was a vibe. It was a vibe. Yeah, man, I would love to work with JD Sports too. I mean, you say creators, but if it was brands, JD Sports would be on that list too.
Sports.
But I think brands might be not intimidated to work with me, but like may not know that I'm interested in working with brands because I am a brand, like
obviously
I'm sort of a brand, but I'm also, I post as a personal account, right? Like that's the strategy. I feel like that's what gives me my space in the community and lets the people know, like, hey, that humanizes the brand, right?
Yeah.
But that was the whole point of creating display cases, though, so I can celebrate what's already created, and I don't have to be divided between these different brands. Like the point of the case is to display the art that all these designers and brands made.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out since Soul Brothers podcast will be releasing monthly now. I'm trying to figure out a way to keep that engagement up because I know not posting weekly is we're definitely gonna take a hit as far as engagement, and I'm trying to figure out. Because I don't want to just become another another sneaker media page. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's gonna get all messy. Because trying to post a story before it breaks, or what I'm saying, you getting the information wrong. It just too many moving pieces when it comes to that. So I'm just trying to think of a way how I can go forward as far as moving forward and posting weekly and, only really posting content monthly. So, I got my homework cut out for me.
Yeah, we can plot on that offline for sure because there's definitely a way to make it happen. And I didn't want to be another, a sneaker media outlet either because I think it's kind of rigged, right? It's like the people who are getting seated the shoes early, they have the upper hand because they have their shoes in hand, right? Or they're getting flown out to these things. So that's why you never really see me do too many unboxings or first looks because I don't have I'm often not the first person with the shoe, and so I just think they have the upper hand, and shout out to them for working to get to the point where they're getting seated shoes early.
I think it's just really just finding your lane, man, and finding how to separate yourself from everyone else. I mean, there's a ton of sneaker podcasters, there's a ton of sneaker brands, sneaker accessories, and sneaker all types of stuff. So it's just finding that way to separate you from everyone else. Like why would you watch me instead of this person, or why would you watch me and this person? Because it's
Hmm.
just like shoes. Do you need another black pair? Do you need another white pair? Do I need to follow someone else that's reviewing sneakers? So that's why I really stay away from like reviewing sneakers, and just like I want to provide something, all alleys. So I'm just not like, oh, he's just
Hmm.
another sneaker guy that I'm finna follow, and he's gonna review some more shoes, and he's gonna get some first looks, and you know, get the early shots. Yeah, nah, it's
Yeah.
definitely not what I want to do.
No cookie cutter content here.
Nah, for real. But speaking of content, man, I've been watching your content recently, and I noticed that you posted about a Grammy winner artist giving you a first pair of your Air Jordan 1 Royals. That true?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I did post that, and I was kind of surprised I never like spoke about it because it was at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of my career. So one of my first jobs was for an R&B artist named Miguel. He's from LA, and
Yeah.
I worked on the creative team supporting the creative director. And
Mm-hmm.
you know, when I first started meeting with the creative director, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna introduce you to Migs," and
Mm-hmm.
that just happened to be at his house, and so he walked me over and introduced me. Most humble, coolest dude ever, and I don't have a bad thing to say about him, right? And we're just chilling at his kitchen table, and we're talking about
Yeah.
sneakers, and I had on a pair of Yeezy
Mm-hmm.
Roshis, and
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Yo, I like your shoes," and then I was like, "Man, they're not what you posted." And
Mm-hmm.
because he had just posted like a week or a month before that a pair of Red Octobers on his
Mm-hmm.
feet, and I was just like, "Yeah, that's crazy." Just talking about, yeah, that's great. So we got talking about sneakers, and I know he had a pair of bread ones, and I
Yeah.
was like, "Yeah," "Those are fire." And I was like, I actually been on the lookout for the blue pair. They look just like that, but with the royal blue. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
he looked at me. He's like, I think I got those. Hold up. And he was just like, went somewhere. I think he went to his closet and he came out with a dead stock pair, lace bag still attached to the shoelace
That's
hole.
crazy.
And then he's like, "These are the ones you're talking about?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Here, they're yours." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, welcome to the team." I was just like,
Welcome
"Yo,
to the
what?"
team.
Yeah, bro. Like before, before that, my job was managing a skateboard shop, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had people looking out for me. They pushed my resume along and my portfolio along,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
I went from managing a skateboard shop to working with a Grammy-winning artist, and then so like to me, I'm like, I don't need I just need this job. Like that's it.
yeah,
And
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then he's like, "Nah, here, welcome to the team." And yeah, that's how I got my first pair of Royal Ones. And
Nah,
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
Nah,
So
that's.
shout out to Miguel, man. Shout out to Migs because that was
Mhm.
like one of the coolest moments of my life. Definitely my coolest boss I've ever had too.
Yeah,
And
I mean, why not? Why not?
yeah,
Why
and
not?
he someone I had posted that on Threads too, and someone was like, "Yeah, right." And I walked on the moon before, but but yeah, man, you could tag Miguel, and he'll tell you the story. Anthony, who I worked under, he'll
Mhm.
tell you the story too, because he was there. Because like as soon as we left Miguel's house, we
Mhm.
were driving in Venice Beach, and I was just
Mhm.
in his passenger seat with shoes on my head. I was like, "Yo, this did not just happen. I've been chasing these for a minute, and this is like after they had released already, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
back then, it was like, yeah, StockX didn't exist yet.
Oh wow. So
StockX didn't
yeah.
exist yet. It was a minute
Yes.
ago." And so, yeah, man. So shout out to Miguel. If you see this, please fact check in the comments. Let him know that
I
this really
check in the
happened.
comment.
Yeah, he's really, he's just a generous dude like that. Humble, cool, and
Yeah.
just like, everyone eats with him.
Yeah, man. I don't think I've got to the point where I'm pulling out dead stock sneakers and giving them to people. Um, I want to. I would
It's
love to do
coming.
that, but yeah, not there yet. Nah, not there yet. Not
Yeah, I
even.
might need his Red Octobers though, if he still got them.
Man, imagine if he would have gave you that pair instead of the Royal ones.
I don't think he was coming out that pair. Not then, because
Yeah,
had
not
not
then.
yet. He had not yet been canceled.
Yeah, I finna say this was early. This was like right after. That was history in the making. Because the Red October is the last one, right? That Red October is the last Yeezy before him. Well, I think they released after he left, right, or right before he left.
I believe like right before his exit with them, or like his contract went.
Yeah,
because
I think a little rumor.
Yeah, when that happened, when I got those shoes, he hadn't even been at Adidas yet. He didn't even announce that yet. So, it was within that small window from him leaving Nike and going to Adidas.
Yeah.
What a time.
Yeah, what a time. That's back when we were still getting releases on Twitter. And it will be now available, and then a minute later, 10 seconds later, now sold out. Now sold
100%.
out. And then at that time I think I still had an Android. And shout out to all the Android users out there, but Android is definitely nothing like it is today back in the day. I mean, it was when the iPhones came out, iPhones always got the better updates, the better
apps.
At that point. Yeah, at that time, I mean, Sneakers app was on iPhone, a couple, I think maybe years before it actually went to the Android. Because
even Instagram was iPhone only for a cool minute too.
Exactly. So you wouldn't hitting that Twitter link and getting no shoes. I can tell you, not on the Android, not on no Android. So that's what really switched me over to an iPhone. I got an iPhone because I couldn't download the Sneakers app, and I was like, I'm tired of not having the Sneakers app. So I got an iPhone, and literally as soon as I got an iPhone, they opened up the app for Androids as well. So I was just like,
of course they did.
Yeah, of course, But ever since that, I haven't looked back. But now it's neck and neck. Androids and iPhones, they you can. At this point, I feel like Androids might be a little better, but I'm sticking with my phone. I'm sticking with my iPhone. As we get close to the end of the episode, I do want to touch bases on the tee that you're wearing.
Yes, sir.
That is let's hear a little more about that. Let's hear a little more about the tee that you got on, man.
You got a couple of friends on my team. So yeah, Morgan's still on this podcast in this episode. But yeah, this is Soul Brothers by ByBetterEveryday. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that each episode has its own unique artwork. And so when they approached me about being a guest for the first time on the show, I was like, yo, can I do artwork? I got a dope idea. And, I'm heavily inspired by Pharrell and Clips and just the whole Babe BBC ice cream run. And so I definitely wanted to create in that realm. And, I've always been inspired by Flexx and Morgan and the content. And so, I wanted to create, just these BBC ice cream baked versions of them, Baby Milo versions of them. And I put it on a tee. And there's a video that went along with it. But, I wanted to be also their first sponsor for the podcast. And, we had been talking about what did that look like. And we landed on this T-shirt. And so this T-shirt will be exclusive, right? Right, Flexx? I don't want to give out too much information before it's due.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, this is the episode for that. I've been teasing it for a couple months now. I've been, teasing on the pod, and I'm working with someone, getting something done. Me and Morgan coming up on our 3rd year of doing the pods.
Wow, amazing.
Yeah, 3rd year. Coming up on 100 episodes, coming up on 10,000 downloads. So definitely, this is the time to be doing that. I have my own little care package media rollout that I'm doing for a couple of people. We have a select few that will be getting this exclusive shirt. It will be exclusive to the people that get it. So it is a friends and family, as as we like to call it. So if I
true
contacted
sneakerhead
you,
fashion.
right? Like, yeah, if I've contacted you, asked for your address, be on the lookout. Be on the
Yes,
lookout.
sir.
You be getting a little, special package, man. And I've told Morgan, man, I appreciate you, hopping on, taking time out your day, and definitely, designing the shirt and being the push behind it, getting it out there, just showing the
Of
love and
course.
support that we have to our audience and the people that listen to us. One of the OG guests and a fan from the very start.
Yes,
So,
sir.
man, appreciate that.
Absolutely. Yeah, the first time
Yeah.
I wore this shirt, the sample, I wore it to
Mhm.
Black Footwear Forum, and
Mhm.
I I met the people I met in this shirt is crazy. I met
I
Wilson Smith the third.
like
Wilson
it.
Smith the third. Yeah, and so I was with Dwayne Kick Music Art, and he
Mhm.
introduced me to Wilson Smith the third, and then I met Steven Smith. I have a picture of Steven Smith wearing in this shirt, and
Mhm.
he's just taking me through his photo album. It's just
Yeah.
unreleased Yeezy stuff. Like I don't even
Wow.
know if you should be showing me this stuff right now. It was crazy. And yeah, I gotta post
Kamikaze
that
guy.
photo. Yeah, me and Steve Smith wearing the shirt. And so, but I just think that this me wearing this shirt to Black Footwear Forum, and then people recognizing the people that are on the shirt. They're like, "Yo, it's
Hey,
Flexx and
man.
organized shirt." I was just like, "Okay,
Yeah.
it's just a testament to what you guys are doing and your impact on the community and space as well."
Man, I mean, I appreciate that. Man, I didn't even know that you wore it out there till like you posted, I believe. And I was like, oh man, you wore the shirt. I was excited, man, because we wanted to be there, scheduling and just it just didn't work out, didn't make sense. So we was able to get out there. So I was glad that somehow we was still there. We were still there in
Yeah.
some type of way. So I'm glad
You,
people did recognize us.
you know how many people were asking, "Yo, it's Flex and Morgan. They coming?
Yeah.
You're gonna be at day two?" So many people. I'm pretty sure they're hitting you up like, "Yo, you guys gonna be at BFF?" And
Yeah, man.
I like
We we definitely
the
got to
next
get
one.
out there. Yeah, we definitely got to. I definitely want to get out there to Black Footwear Forum, and I definitely want to go to Complex Con this year. If I don't make it to anything else, those are the two things that I wanna get out there, man. Make some connections and be outside, as the kids say.
Yeah, be outside. Come to the unction.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
unction. We're gonna be there in full
yeah.
effect. But yeah, I would definitely recommend the Blackfoot Reform as like a first time guest. I was blown away. It was refreshing just to be in that space
Hmm.
and being around
Yeah.
other people who care so heavily about the essence of what we're doing, trying to keep it pure, trying to preserve it, and while still passing the baton along. And yeah, man, it's if you got to choose between those two, I would say Blackfoot
Black
Reform.
Footwear. I like that.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it. I mean, and to be real with you, that was definitely the original plan. Definitely wanted to go out there, but just this last the recent complex con that we just got past.
Hmm.
That one felt a little different for me. I don't know if it was just like FOMO or what, but like I was like, man, I gotta get out there. I
Yeah.
gotta get out there. I gotta go see what it's like. I gotta show my face, let everybody know I'm real, and I'm not just some
Yeah, you know
bot.
what it is you've interviewed so many people on this podcast, and then they started showing up, and you're like, damn, I know too many damn people outside at that event, and I'm not there.
Yeah, because I mean I'm seeing the stories, and it's just like the same event, each story. So I'm just like, dang, I definitely could have been there. I definitely should have been there. But that's the plan. Hopefully. But I just really not saying that I don't have a reason to go out there now, but I want to have a reason to go out there. I want to have a reason to show up at these events. I want to have something going on, something, a build up, something releasing, something special happening, special guests. That's where it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That's when it makes sense to me.
Be part of a Better Everyday Complex Con booth. Live
I'm
taping
I'm
of the Soul Brothers.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Why not?
If you
Why?
if
Why not,
If
right?
you, hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. If we can make it happen, let's make it happen. You
Yes,
hear it
sir.
here first. You hear it here first. But let's get into our showcase shoe. You want to go first?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There it
Fear
is.
of God, Nike Fear of God 1. Nike
Mhm.
Fear of God 1. I've been chasing this one for a minute too. The people who have this shoe, this colorway specifically, they do not want to let go of it. I hardly see this shoe for sale at a decent price. I mean, there's astronomical prices on GOAT and
Is that that's the
StockX, right?
original release though, right?
Yeah, this is the original release, and
Like that's first one,
yeah,
right?
and
That's
you'll see a lot of the triple black or the all orange or all green pairs for sale, but
hmm
is it for me at least? It's been really rare to see this colorway release, and so that's why this is the one I wanted the most. But this is like one of my favorite pairs of shoes. I was on the hunt for this for a minute. These and the Visors. I just love the shoe, man. For a minute I was saying this has been the best new silhouette Nike introduced in a long time, and it's really hard for someone to create a new silhouette and it
Yeah.
hits, right? And it's just hard to do something new at Nike as a collaborator, right? And so when Jerry Lorenzo released these, I was floored. I was like, man, I need to have them. And interesting detail about these is that this is the first Nike shoe with the air bubble that's flat.
hmm
And so I was like, man, that's a cool detail. And the materials on these are really, really elevated. And I think he pulled out all the stops for these. I'm glad they found a way to make it happen. Even the zipper on the back. I mean, the zipper is a little heavier than most zippers. The packaging on this was wild. These need a little cleaning. I do wear these pretty often, and it's probably time to double up on a pair. But yeah, this is a pair that I love a lot, and that's probably why you see me post about it so much, because this was one I for sure thought I was not gonna get. And I think another good thing I like about the shoe is that a lot of people are like, oh, it's not a realistic shoe to wear, or it's like people think it's hard to style. But I was like, that's the fun part, it's a challenge. And so when you see a good fit with these, you know that like, damn, that person does have a good style. That's something, a person who thinks I have good style myself, and so that's probably why I love the shoe. And yeah, so shout out to Jerry, Fear of God. And it's just something about a black designer too, just having a great Nike shoe in collaboration. And I'm all about supporting black designers. And so, of course, Jerry's at the top of that list for me.
I've been looking for the yellow pair. That's the only one that I'm
I'm on the hunt for that one too. That might be harder to find than this one.
I believe so, because I think it's one of the more limited releases.
Yeah, it was like one of the last ones too.
Yeah, but I mean,
there's a pair he did, a colorway he did, so like inspired by Allen Iverson shoes. And that colorway is real nice too. I wouldn't mind grabbing it. You looking at it now?
Yeah, nah. The closest thing I'm gonna get to them yellow shoes is the yellow toe Air Jordan 1. This is my showcase shoe. Simply because the reason why I chose this as my showcase shoe today is because I know once people find the Air Jordan 1 again, this is gonna be one of those colorways that's kind of like, oh, when did those release? I can't believe y'all slept on these. Because it started releasing kind of when the Air Jordan 1 hype was dying down. And I just feel like these are just very well done. I've always been a fan of this color blocking on the Air Jordan 1. Yellow's my favorite color. The white has like this yellow tint to it and the midsole as well. So it blends in just right with this shoe. Very well done. Hoping my lighting gets corrected because it's like Shatter Bat Boys right now. But but yeah,
which is on a similar boat as that shoe. People sleeping on the Shatter Backboards too. But yeah, that shoe, I was surprised people slept on. That's a great, that color blocking, they can't miss. Like, you can do almost any color in that color blocking, it's gonna hit.
Release just a whole thing of it. Just regional releases, seasonal releases. But they won't do that. They rather They rather give like a Starburst all flavors Air Jordan 1. I could see a Starburst pack releasing rather than them doing like the black toe, yellow toe, orange toe, stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, they done a lot of them. But yeah, that's a great shoe right there. And I think I do agree with you. When people come back around to the Air Jordan 1, that's a pair they're gonna be like, damn, you slept on these, as well as like the Palominos, as well as shattered backboards. There's a number of them where they're just gonna be like, damn, you guys let these sit.
Reimagine. I got to reimagine Air Jordan 1s for like $95 at Hibbett Sports. So
wow,
I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at them. Let them keep sleeping. I mean, I got the Dornbecker Sunders for $50 shipped, brand new.
Wow.
So
shout out to whoever sold you those. Yeah, even the Carolina pair of ones.
Yeah, man.
Reimagine. I'm like letting these sit. If this had been 2020, 2021, we'd have been paying
crazy prices,
disgusting prices for those.
Yeah, we were seeing the whole. I got 3,000 pairs of the Air Jordan 1 UNC Reimagined. You know, and they'd be going for like starting at $500. Yeah, so it's crazy. It's crazy.
I will say this though, it's been a great year for Air Jordan 1 lows. I think there's been like an uptick in the hype around Air Jordan 1 lows. I don't know why.
Travis Scott.
I would say Travis Scott. There you go. He's the one who started that, right? And then they put the money behind Air Jordan 1 low golf shoes, and and I'm for it too. I'm for it.
Let the
lows get some love.
That's one thing about Nike. They're gonna ride that horse. They're gonna ride it till it
the wheels fall off.
Yeah, you like that? Oh, you like that? We got 30 more coming. Don't you worry. We got 30 more coming. Not the colorway that you want, but we got 30 more coming. You just wait on it, buddy.
Yeah, it was nasty work releasing the Chicago 1 lows the same day as the Travis Scott fragments. I was like, oh, I see what you're doing.
Yeah, because it's just that second place. Well, if I can't get Travis Scott, I already got the money put aside. I get Chicago's. I mean, and then
consolation prize.
Yep, I'm seeing them going on sale too. So I mean, I just need a bridge. I just need the Breads and Chicago's and Air Jordan 1 highs. I'm not a fan of the lows. If I get the Chicago's and the Breads, I'll be all right. I'll be okay.
Do we have an official release date for Bread 85 highs? The re-release?
I've been seeing they've been releasing in Europe, Dover Street. They've been releasing there.
I did see that.
They were just sitting. I was like, man, I wish I knew somebody with that address, because I promise you I had. You just hold them for me. Hold them for a little bit, and you can send them to me a little later.
100%, man. I'm like, they're just sitting on the website, like,
just sitting.
Can we get a U.S. release?
Yeah. We'll see.
I will
see
say,
how they go.
One pair I am looking for though is that the Lost and Found Chicago's, and then
Lost and Founds went down to a good, decent price. They're not crazy anymore. They're all right.
People came to their senses. Well, one pair I will pay a little bit of money for is they're re-releasing. I guess there's something different about the off-white Air Jordan, all-white Air Jordan 1. So I don't know what's different. They look exactly the same to me. But yeah, I'm going for those.
I'm good on them. I'm gonna put that money towards something else. I got my Galaxy foam posits I still haven't got. My What the Kobe's I haven't got. Got to get those, and I'm still looking for the Tekken foam posits, the first one, the one they did exclusively at the EV3, I believe.
Oh, EV3.
Yeah. I think they released some at Soul Play too.
Yeah, they had a whole activation for it, I believe.
Yeah. I would love to, got that pair. But not.
So if you had to choose between those or the phone or Galaxies, you going for Tekkens?
Oh man, that's a hard one because I've been wanting the Galaxy for years, but Tekken plays a huge part of my childhood. Like
Right.
I still play Tekken to this very day. Tekken 3 still got it. Like I still got it. My
Who do you use?
PlayStation.
Who's your character? I gotta know.
Um,
This
um,
is
I'm
this is
I'm a
a real good
I'm a
question.
I'm a butcher his name. But first off, Eddie. First off,
Yeah, gotta go Eddie.
then I'm going
Breakdance
out of.
fighting.
I don't know what dude name is on how to pronounce. It's like Harwan, red
Oh,
haired.
Hawang.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
might, I might be butchering it too, but I've always pronounced it Hawang.
Don't get me lying. I just call him HW. And then I got Eddie, HW, Lee, um, Jen. I might go King. I might go
I was
King.
gonna say, yeah, King
I
is
might go
he's a,
King.
I go Eddie or I go King.
If things get a little sticky, I'm going with Law. Law got that fast. Whoa, whoa, whoa. He got that
Yeah.
them fast punches. So yeah, that's who's usually if I'm losing, I get him to break the tie. But if I'm playing around, I might go with King because King's slow, but he got some effective moves. And he got wrestling moves. That's what I used to love about King. He doing the
Yeah, they
power
give him
bombs and the
power. Yeah, he got power.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if I had to choose, I might go Galaxy Foams.
I can yeah. I wouldn't be mad at that. I could understand
just
that.
like, we're from that era, and so regardless of like, oh, it's like people are like, oh, it's not the same as it was. Like, man, it still holds the same weight to me, and so.
Absolutely. That's why I'm trying my best to get up here before people realize that the weight is still there, and they're like, "Oh, these are Galaxy phone posits."
Exactly.
So because I'm telling you, people are gonna regret how much they slept in 2025. I mean, just
2025. Yeah.
Oh man, 2025. When we go back and we look at it, and be like, "What? That released in 2025 too? That released in 2025?
Like,
that
all in 1 year?"
Yeah, I mean, you can go off of J Tips alone. You can go off J Tips alone. I mean, you still got Westside Gun, Nigel dropping, Travis
Joe
Scott
Fresh
dropping,
Goods.
Joe Fresh Goods. I mean, crazy.
The list goes on.
Crazy.
Yeah,
That's not even including OGs and re-releases.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's just like every brand has been like released after like. You know how much money I would need to get everything I wanted that dropped this year? That's not even like my list of like stuff that came out previously.
Yep.
Just all the drops in 2025.
25.
Like,
Yep.
The bag would have to be deep.
I can't even do any reach backs because I'm trying to reach back at the beginning of the year.
Exactly. It's 100%. We're talking about Galaxy Foams. That was like first quarter.
Breads. I'm like I gotta go back and get all that, man. So I'm gonna be stuck on 2025 for like the next 2 or 3 years.
You and me both, bro.
2026 ain't looking nowhere. We getting the Toy Yellows, Wolf Grays,
Bugs Bunny, 8s.
Buzz Bunny, yeah. So I mean, and then we got the Aquas this year. So like, there's so much I gotta go back and get. White Cements, I gotta give me another pair of those. I got the 2016 pair. I'm gonna have to go and get the 2024 pair, 2025 pair. So I mean, yeah, it's crazy, wonderful time to be part of sneakers. I love these moments when people really slow down and we start really looking at sneakers again. I mean, I feel like once the hype is there, you're going so fast, you're buying so fast, you're consuming so fast, you don't really get to enjoy it. So when the hype dies down, you get to take a breather and you get to look around and like, oh man, look at this, check this out. Look at what they releasing. You get to save that money. You might catch it on a discount. You might catch it on sale.
That's been one of the best feelings to walk in the store and see like, oh wow, like I've been looking for this and it's discounted.
French Blues dropped this year. French Blue 12s dropped.
Yeah.
Those going on sale. Shout out to y'all.
Okay. All right. And another important question. How long do you think this is going to last?
It's going to have to be a shoe that brings value. Like, that makes, the people that have money to resell like, oh, sneakers are popping again. And I think you already mentioned it. I think the off-white ones are gonna be that shoe that's gonna bring all back. Like, they it's only popping again. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then Nike get a little whiff of that. They dropping off-white this, off-white that, off-white, something similar to off-white, inspired by off-white.
Yeah, you know what? I think this might be the first retro of a Gen Z's Michael Jordan, right? Which in that era, like I would say Travis Scott, Virgil Abloh, they're those creatives are Gen Zs or this new generation of sneaker collectors, Michael Jordan, and this is the first time that's getting a retro.
Yeah,
and
go ahead.
He's recently passed, right? And so there's just a lot of layers on top of that. Yeah. And so I think you may be right in that. I think that's definitely gonna be a turning point.
I'm not ready because I'm not ready because that's just again, Toy Yellows are dropping next year, Wolf Grays. I mean, that's just the name stuff that I know about. I mean, there's so much that we don't even know about that's dropping next year, the end of this year. So I gotta get my money up.
Get my money up. Both, bro. It's just like I don't have that account specifically for sneakers. For sneakers.
That's crazy. That's insane to even think about. That's insane to even bring it to the conversation. But man, I appreciate you hopping on, taking time out your day to hopping on Soul Brothers Podcast. Thank you for being a co-host today. Any closing remarks?
Nah, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for all the support from you and Morgan over the years. And man, congrats on 3 years, man. It's 100 episodes, 10,000 downloads. That's nothing to sneeze at, man. And it's only the beginning. I know you go into monthly episodes, but I think there's a lot of growth still to be had from you and Morgan in the podcast, and I think it's only up from here as well.
Quality, not quantity. That's
100%.
That's my closing remarks, man. As we always say, guys, love, peace, and sneakers.
So brothers, so brothers, retro 7s, retro 3s, metallic 7, retro 11, sitting on freeze. They got so